Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Bhagavan continues to describe Ishwar Vibhuti to Arjun. Bhagavan says,
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयतामहम् मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहं वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्.
Bhagavan says, Prahladascha asmi daityanam. Among Daitya, I am Prahlad. Prahlad was one of the progeny of the earth goddess Diti. Diti is daughter of Daksh Prajapati. Diti is the mother of Marut with Rudra. So she had Maruts with Rudra. Her previous children were killed by Indra, so she wanted a child more powerful than Indra. She practiced black magic to extend her progeny for 1 year. Indra splintered her fetus using Vajra. These pieces became Marut. That's why he has so many Marut. Diti is also the mother of Daitya with the sage Kashyap. And that's why the names of some Daitya came, Kashyap is in the name. She has many demon sons and daughters. Jai and Vijay were reborn as her two most famous sons. They were Hiranyaksha, who was killed by Varaha avatar of Vishnu, and Hiranyakashipu, slain by Narsingh avatar. Her daughter Holika was killed by her own powers. So Prahlad was the son of Daitya Hiranyakashipu. See, in the last name is Kashyap, so that was born with the relationship with Kashyap. Despite being the son of a Daitya, he was Bhakt of Vishnu. Therefore, supreme in all Daitya, and in him the Shakti of Ishwar was present, so says Bhagavan. And Bhagavan says, Kalah Kalyata Maham. The time we are covering on the earth, Kal, in it the Kal or the Yam is I, says Bhagavan. Now here, Kal is Anant. You look at this way, Kal is Anant. There is no end to Kal. But within the Kal, we are surviving, we are living in the Kal. So where we are living, that Kal is, we call Samay. Okay? So within the Kal, Samay, Bhagavan says, I am Samay. That means by Samay, everything can be controlled. So Samay comes to an end. We are born a certain time and we leave. So that's Samay. So that's regulated within the Kal. The regulation is done by Samay. And Bhagavan says, I am that. Then Bhagavan says, Mrigananascha cha Mrigendroham. Among beasts or the four-legged animals, I am the lord of the beast, Mrigendra, the lion. In it there is my Shakti. So lion is supreme beast. And Vaitaneyascha Pakshinam. Among birds, Pakshi, my Shakti is in Garuda, Vaitaneya. In Mahabharata it is mentioned that Vinata had son Garuda. So son of Vinata will come called Vainateya. So Garud is the biggest among all Pakshis and is also the carrier of Vishnu. Here, this is the guna in him. And the guna in Garud is due to Ishwar Shakti. Next, Bhagavan says,
Pavanah pavatamasmi Rama shastrabhratamaham Jhashanam makaraschasmi Srotasamasmi Jahnavi.
Bhagavan says, Pavana Pavatasmi. So Pavata is what purifies something, is Pavata. Among those entities which purify in the sansar, I am Pavan. Okay? So Pavan, what it does, it carries away all the odors and everything, cleans up the environment. There are four things which can purify in sansar. One is the soil. In old days, we used to wash our hands with water and soil. And the soap is nothing but a product of soil, earth. Then water. Third is fire. And the fourth is pavan or the wind. It removes all odors. Bhagavan says, I am the pavan in amongst the things which purify. Ishwar is the great purifier. This is why Ishwar is also called Pavan, like in Patit Pavan. The air we breathe constantly purifies our lungs and blood. And Bhagavan says, Rama Shastra Bhratamaham. Among those who bear arms, the warriors, I am Ram. Among Kshatri, Ram is the most important one. He had the powerful bow of Shiva, but he did not use it indiscriminately. He killed Ravan, but did not kill Vibhishan. Vibhishan too was a Rakshas, but he did not kill Vibhishan. It is what we say, what we usually say, why he did not kill Vibhishan? Because Vibhishan did job of Naam of Ram. But that's not what happened there. Ram knew that the pap was not that of Vibhishan. So he did not kill Vibhishan. He only killed Raman because Raman is the one who perpetrated the whole thing. The pap was of Raman, not Vibhishan. So he used his power of arms very discriminately. In ownership of arm, the importance is of knowing its proper use, how to use, when to use. Having the mastery of this, Ram was mentioned by Bhagavan to have the Shakti of Ishwar. Jashanam Makarachasmi. Among the creatures living in water, I am Makar, the shark, which is on the top of the food chain. It is at the top of the food chain, and Bhagavan says, Srotarasmi Jahnavi. Among the streams, Srot, I am Jahnavi or Ganga. Ganga is the word used for rivers. There is a river called Ganga too, but Ganga is used for river. Then Bhagavan goes on to say,
Sarganamadirantashcha Madhyam Chaivaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadav Pravadatamaham.
Bhagavan is saying that Arjun, the beginning, Sarg means Srishti, the beginning, the middle and the end of creation is due to I, due to me. It is his pravritti which is responsible for the beginning and the end of the creation. He decides when creation is to start and when is to end. And we are all alive due to his sarvatmak dharma and his sarkartatva dharma. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Among all the Vidyas, the Adhyatma Vidya is the highest. It is about the Gyan of Atma, Adhi Atma, Adhyatma. In it there is my Shakti, Bhagavan says. And Vad Pravadatamaham. A discussion, Vad means a discussion, which is done with the purpose of arriving at the truth, not just talking for the sake of talking. Vad is what is the discussion which is done with the purpose to arrive at the truth, find out the truth. That is what Vad is. Or Tattva, Nirnaya. It's called Tattva Nirnaya. In it, I am, Bhagavan says. There are three types of discussions. People discuss in three types of discussions. In the first, the objective is to arrive at the truth. It is called Vad. In the second type of discussion, one does idle carping at their arrangement of the others. Others' argument, they will just keep on talking about. And does not establish the opposite point of view. So there's somebody come up with an idea, the other person will just carp on it and doesn't provide his point of view. He's just talking, putting him down. So it is called Vitanda. This kind of Vad discussion is called Vitanda. In the third type, one attempts to refute the point of view of an adversary by wrangling and overbearing reply. What they do, they will just become belligerent, and they will try to put people down. So that is another kind of discussion. So there are three kinds of discussion that go on. One where very serious, sincere people talking about to find out the truth. Second one where one person says something, the other one just carps on it all the time, without providing any viewpoint of his own, because he has none. And the third one, they become overbearing and belligerent, and there is another word, intimidate the other person. This is called jalap. So Bhagavan says, I am in the Vad, not on the other discussions. So where there is a discussion going on to find truth, I am there. Now if you go a step further, the truth is Ishwar Gyan. So wherever there is a discussion of Ishwar Gyan, Bhagavan says, I am there. I am not anywhere else. You can discuss whatever you do, I am not there. I am in the discussion which produces something new, something with essence or ras, has got some essence to it. And Bhagavan says, Aksharanam Akara Asmi.
Aksharanamakarosmi dvandva samasikasya cha अहमेवाक्षयः कालो धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः.
Aksharanam akarosmi. In all letters, the akshar, which are called akshar, I am letter A or A. Right? So, among the sound represented by the various letters, I am letter A or R. The sound represented by the first letter of the alphabet. So that's why in Gita, when you try to do Sandhi Vichhed, to break these words down, where there is Ma and the next letter, it just A is there built in. So A is in every letter. You say Ka, K is Ka. Ka has A in it, right? Everything has A in it. So Bhagavan says, I am the A in every letter. Without that, letters cannot exist. So I am there. My power is there. And he says, Dvanda, among Dvand, Sanskrit, there are two words. Dvand means which two words are together, make composite word. So when the words are joined to create a compound word, it is called Samaas. So in Sanskrit there are four types of Samaas. First one is Dvand. Second is Tatpurush. Third is Bahubrihi. And fourth is Avyayi Bhav. So four kind of Samaas. So four ways the words are put together to make a compound word. They all have certain meanings. In Dvand Samaas, both words that make up the compound word are principal and are equal. Now, for example, Radhe Shyam. Both are principal, Radhe and Shyam, both are principal and are equal. In Tatpurush Samaas, the first word is of importance. For example, Yudhishthir. In Yudhishthir, the importance is to the word Yudhi, not Sthir. And in Bahuvrivi Samas, neither of the two words have importance. Okay? So first one, both were important. Second one, first one was important. And the third one, none of them have any importance. The two words have no importance. For example, Murlidhar. Neither Murli nor Dhar have any importance, because this is a name given to Bhagavan Krishna. The compound word is the name given to Krishna. So here the importance is to the third person, not Murli or not Dhar. So there are three kinds of these samases in the Sanskrit. In Avyayi Samas, one word is Avyay. Avyay means it's immutable. For example, Adhikarana. The word Adhi is Avyay. So when Adhi is joined with other word, that Samas is called Avyay Samas. Adhikari. So Adhi is Avyay. Similarly, in word Adhikari and word Upnam, there is Avyayi Bhav Samas. Now we'll take the deeper meaning of what Bhagavan is saying here. The word Samas is a compound word where the components are some and us. In Samas, word Samas, you say some, us, right? Sam and as together make samas. The word as means to sit. Okay? From that comes word asan or asti. And derived from these words is as. From the word as they are derived. What is this? As is from asan is from as and asti is from as. So the word samas means to sit. Sam means equally, to sit together. The word samas means to sit together. Now Bhagavan says that in it I am the dvand. Okay? In samas, the dvand samas, I am there. The word dvand means a dispute. Okay? So Bhagavan is saying that I am that samas in which there is a dispute or difference of opinion, which is resolved and then both become one. That is Dvanda Samas. Bhagavan says, I am in it. So it's like two people or few people sitting together. They're all equal, but they have difference of opinion. So they nicely, properly discuss and come to a common opinion, which is good, everybody agrees upon. So that is Dvanda Samas. Dvand Samas. There is a Dvand there. They are all sitting together and they become friendly and they become equal with one voice. This appears to be strange that there is a dispute as well as togetherness. In Dvanda Samas, there is a dispute and togetherness also. But the meaning here is that where two, having resolved their differences, come together as equal and one, there is the Shakti of Ishwar. It's because Ishwar Shakti, that's why it happens. Bhagavan, everybody is equal. Sam. Bhagavan is called Samdarshi. So he wants everybody to be equal. So if you have difference of opinion, you resolve it and be equal. That's where Ishwar is there. Then Bhagavan says, in Sansar, I am the Akshay, or the inexhaustible Kal, inexhaustible Kal, or time. So here, what is the meaning of this? Kal is Anant. It has no end. Okay? Everything is in Kal. But where in Sansar, when there is a creation going on, Sansar, everything happens according to time. Niyam is from time. Timeliness is there. Sun will rise at certain time and set in certain time. Whole world runs on Samay. It's called Samay. So in Kal, Bhagavan says, I am Samay. He is the regulator. He regulates everything. His powers are regulating everything that goes on. So here in Gita, in Shlok says Kal and Kal. One Kal is Kal, other is for Samay. Samay is like a flow of time. And he says, Dhataham Vishwato Mukham. I am Dhata, or the one who sustains everyone. It's not Data, it's Dhata. Sustains everyone. And how he sustains everyone? Vishwato Mukham. I have my face all around, meaning that I protect and sustain all and everyone, everywhere, at all times. Vishwato
Next, Bhagavan is saying, मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाक्च नारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा.
Mrityu sarvasyanam. I am all ceasing death. This is the death in Sanghar, when the creation is dissolved. Pralay. That's what he's talking about. So say that I am the cause of Sanghar. And those who are to be born in the future, I am the cause of their birth. So he can destroy everything and he produces everything again. This also means that those who want to rise high by doing appropriate karma in sansar, my Shakti come to their help. So if somebody is doing righteous thing and want to rise in this sansar, Ishwar Shakti will help. Then he says, Kirti Shri Vat Narinam Smriti Medha Dhriti Kshama. This has been explained by all as to mean that Narinam, of the feminine, Kirti, the fame, Shri, meaning prosperity or beauty, Vak, Cha, inspiration in speech, not any speech, a speech which has inspiration. So that inspiration in that speech, then they say, and Smriti, memory, Medha, intelligence, Dhriti, tenacity, Kshama, forbearance. Says, I am all of these qualities. That's what usually you will see the explanation. The correct meaning of this is that is something else. These are the name of the 7 daughters of Daksh Prajapati. These 7 are Kirti, Shri, Vak, Smriti, Medha, Dhriti, and Kshama. They were married to 7 different rishis and possessed most guna. Although Daksh Prajapati had 10 daughters, these 7 are better known. Qualities in these 7 were due to Ishwar Shakti. So here Prajapati, what is Prajapati? Prajapati is the protector of beings. Okay? Patni, Pati. Pati has to protect the Patni, right? So same way, Praja is all the beings, Pati who protects them. So the Prajapati name is used quite a bit in different ways. So some of the Devatas are also called Prajapati. Okay? So these Prajapatis were the ones who were responsible for all the births and everything else. So here Daksh Prajapati had 10 daughters. 7 of them are mentioned by Bhagwan in this shlok here. Next.
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहं मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Aham. I am. Brahat Sam. Sam name Brahat. Samna. Among Sam of the Samved. See, in Bible where they have psalms, huh, where they sing the psalms. Psalm Ved is also sung. It's not read in a prose, it's sung. So among the psalms of the Psalm Ved, Bhagavan says there is a Brahat Psalm, I am in it. The Shruti word of singing. So my Shakti is in the Brahat Psalm of the Psalm Ved. Tatha and Chand Psalm. Among the Chand or the hymns, Gayatri. I am Gayatri. The Gayatri month is given at the Yagyopavit ceremony in Hindu Dharma. Another name for this month is Savitri month, because a part of the month has Savitur Varenyam. So there is Savitri Devata in it. In this month of Surya, there is Savitri in there. It is also a type of hymn called Trishtup Chand. In the recitation of this chand, there are 3 stops. Bhagavan is saying that there is my Shakti in Gayatri. The reason for this is that all mantra of the Veda, they are used in performing yajna. However, the Gayatri mantra is not to be used in yajna, where there is a fire, and in that yajna, Gayatri mantra is not supposed to be used. People do use nowadays, but that's wrong. Instead, it is for doing the jap. It used to be used in jap yajna. In Shlok 25, Bhagavan has said, Yajnanam jap yagyosmi. And in the jap yajna, Gayatri mantra is to be recited. That jap yajna, what Bhagavan says, is about recitation of Gayatri mantra. Therefore, Bhagavan is saying that in Gayatri there is my Shakti. So what will be the phal of Gayatri jap? If it's not used for yajna, it's done for jap, every jap has some phal attached to it. The end result of it. From this one can attain Maya with Gayatri mantra. An amsh of tripartite Parmeshwar in the triad, Triansh. And Bhagavan says, and I am Masanam Margashishoham. Among the months of the year, I am the Margashish. Bhagavan Shri Dattatreya was born in Margashish month. And Ritunam Kusumarkar. Of the season, Ritu or the season, I am the flowery season. Kusumarkar, the season which creates flowers. Okay? That is the Vasant Ritu. In Vasant Ritu, Bhagavan says, I am there. It's my Shakti in there. That's why in that Ritu, everything flowers. Next, Bhagavan says,
Dyutam chalayatam tejasvinamaham jayosmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattvatamaham.
Dyutam Chalayatasmi. I am the gambling of the fraudulent. Chal, where the fraud is committed, I am gambling. Dyut. In other frauds, this is a different kind of fraud. The gambling is different kind of fraud. In other frauds, people go behind the back of other person, undercover. However, in gambling, it is robbery in the open. Okay. The one who bets does so knowing fully that he may lose it all. When you bet something gambling, you know you're going to lose it all. Like in Mahabharata, Yudhishthir did that, knowing that he will lose everything. The house must make money. House is the only winner in gambling. So there is a loss all around. Bhagavan says, if you want to lose, then gamble. In it there is my Shakti. Okay? In the Rig Veda, Mandal 10, Sukt 34, there is description of gambling and the gambler. In the end, the advice is, play not with dice. Do not play with dice. In Mahabharata, what happened? Shakuni had the power, and he knew the power of the dice, and that's why he won. So dice, do not play with dice, Rig Veda says. No, cultivate thy land. Because Vedic time, there was agriculture mainly. So he says, cultivate thy land, enjoy the grain, and deem that wealth sufficient. Whatever you get from farming, deem that to be sufficient. Don't go out gambling. There are thy cattle. In those days, people used to have cattle and farming. There thy wife, O gambler. You have a wife, you have cattle, a gambler. So this god Savitar hath told me, do not gamble. Cultivate your land, mend your cow herd and your family. Do not go out gambling because you're going to lose. Next, the Tej or the glory and power of Tejasvi, the one who's bearer of the glory, the glorious and the powerful one, is due to my Shakti only. So whatever you see in Sansar, which has a lot of power, glory, there is Ishwar Shakti there. Without that, they cannot be powerful or glorious. Jayosmi, I am the victory of those who win. Okay? Now, why Bhagavan says I am the victory of those who win? There are two kinds of victories. One where people go, like one country is torturing their people. So other kingdom goes and attacks them and conquers them and put them in a right way. So all the people are taken care of. That's also a victory. The other victory is when they go and kill people and take over the place for land and all the stuff they have. So that's not the victory where Bhagavan is. Bhagavan says, I am in the victory of this kind of victory only. Jayosmi. And Vyavasayosmi. Now this is together, Jayosmi and Vyavasayosmi. The decisiveness in those who are decisive or Vyavasayik. This word has come before also in Gita. It is from my Shakti. The people who can take decision, right decision, because it is Ishwar Shakti there which is making them, helping them do that. So my Shakti, both the victory and decisiveness, they are together. The meaning of Vyavasai is to be is to finally decide. Make a decision. Don't flounder around. Don't go either this way or that way. Just decide something. That's the only way you can win. If you don't decide, you're not going to win. The victory comes from taking decision. Why do we not win? In our life, why don't we win? It is because we think and are afraid that we will lose. So we don't take chance on anything. We don't decide to do anything. Because we are afraid if we take a decision, we will lose. In chapter 2, Shlok 41, Bhagavan said, Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekehi kurunandana bahushakha hananshastra buddha yo abhyavasayana. Arjun, in Karma Yoga, there is only one Vyavasayatmik buddhi, or the decisive thought. So when you perform Karma Yoga, Bhagavan was telling there, you have to decide what are you going to do, what karma you going to do, whether you're going to be Ishwar Karma or whatever. Karma Yoga is Bhakti actually. That's what Karma Yoga is. Ishwar Bhakti is Karma Yoga. So you have to decide on that. Take a decision and go with it. And that is Ekehi Kuruna. That's only one. That kind of buddhi is only one buddhi. That means everything comes together into one. Okay? That's Vyavasayik buddhi, decisive buddhi, or decisive thought. Those who cannot take a decision, they go into different directions. Bhagavan says that the person whose buddhi becomes decisive, Vyavasayik, in them I am the victory. They win. So, how do we get this Vyavasayik buddhi? It's not available. You cannot buy it. Can you? Go to Amazon and order some buddhi? No. Nobody is giving you buddhi. The wisdom, how do we get the wisdom? It comes from our karma. If we do our karma proper right karma, then our buddhi becomes pure and Vyavasayik. Then and only then Karma Yoga can be performed. Okay? Unless we have that Vyavasayik buddhi which can zero in on one thing, the right thing, cannot do Karma Yoga. Okay? And Sattva Vatamaham. Those whose nature is sattvic, those who exercise patience, who's sattvic, you can tell a sattvic person from a rajasi person. Okay? Sattvic person will be quiet, very peaceful, and patient. The rajasi person will yak all the time, want to be heard. Okay? That's the nature of a rajasi person. I am there. I want people to hear me what I say. So he keeps talking all the time. Sattvic person is fine, okay? He's patient. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll listen to you. So Bhagavan says, I am sattvic bhav by my shakti in them. These people have sattvic bhav because of my shakti in them. Next.
Vrishninam vasudevosmi Pandavanam dhananjayah Muninamapyaham vyasaha Kavinam mushana kavihi.
Vrishninam vasudevasmi. In the Vrishni Kul, Vrishni clan, I am Vasudeva. Here, who's saying that? it is Ishwar which is telling Arjun, because Krishna is standing right in front of Arjun. Okay? So he's saying Vrishni Nam Vasudev Asmi. I means Ishwar is Vasudev who is standing in front of you. I am Ishwar in him. And Pandava Nam Dhananjaya. Now these are the two most important people in Mahabharata, right? Dhananjaya, among Pandav, I am Dhananjaya. That means my Shakti, Ishwar Shakti is with Dhananjaya, with Arjun. So he's going to win. Okay? He's telling very clearly here. Vrishni Nam Vasudevasmi. Pandava Nam Dhananjaya. I am Dhananjaya in Pandav. Api Aham Asmi. Also I am Vyas Muni Nam. Vyas among Muni. Among all the Munis, Bhagavan says, I am Vyas. That's why Vyas is rise so up. He did so much work because of Ishwar Shakti in Vyas. Kavi Nam Ushna Kavi. Among the wise people, Vidwan, I am the sage Ushna. Ushna is Shukracharya. Shukracharya was very wise person, very well known. He was Rishi. But he was Rishi. He was Acharya of Daitya. Okay. Now when you say Daitya, there are human beings who are acting like Daitya and Danav. Right? Other are Dev. Those are human beings, act like Devata. Shanti Purva, So here they had the Vidya. So if somebody can kill something, cut somebody off, they can put them together and go on. So there's a lot of things about stories in Mahabharata about Shukracharya. Dando
Damayatamasmi Nitirasmi Jigishatam Maunam Chaivasmi Gohyanam Jnanam Jnanavatamaham.
Dando Damayatasmi. Those who rule or control, in them I am the subduing power or the punishment, dand. And Nitirasmi Jivishatam. Those who want to conquer, in them I am the righteousness, statesmanship and scepter. Those who want to conquer for the right purpose, I am there. I am the righteousness in them. Maun chaivasmi guhyanam. Of those things to be kept secret, I am the silence. See, without Ishwar Shakti, Bhagavan says, you cannot keep something secret. You will spill your guts. You cannot keep secret. Only way you keep secret if you have my Shakti of Maun. That's why people do practice of Maun all the time. They'll say, with this day, I'm not going to speak. Okay. So that's like a tap. And that's how they cultivate the quality of Maun. Not to say something when it's not to be said. Just be quiet in there. How? Just like if you have a hot iron, you put water on it, it vaporizes. Same way, somebody is talking something, you have a lot of thoughts in your mind, but you don't spill them out. Keep your secret and be quiet. That is a power which can be cultivated but Bhagavan says, I am in it. And Jnanam Vatamaham. I am the Jnana in those who retain the Jnana. Jnanavata. Those who are Jnani, or the wisdom of the wise. I am the Jnana or the wisdom of the wise. In Sansar, those who maintain the Jnana, they do so because of my Shakti. First of all, Ishwar gives the Jnana. With that, it gives the Shakti to retain it also. So those Jnani in Sansar, they are Jnani and they have the Jnana in them because Ishwar Shakti is there to keep it in them, to maintain it. They do so because of my Shakti. In other words, Bhagavan says, the Jnana in Jnani is my Shakti. In Jnani, Jnana is my Shakti. In Sansar, Jnani is worshipped. Okay? When somebody worshipping Jnani, it's not the Jnani who he is worshipping, it's the Jnana within the Jnani, which come from Ishwar. That is what you are worshipping, not that person. Bhagavan says, I am the Jnana in Jnani. Right? So, in that Jnani, there is a Jnana, which is Ishwar Shakti, Ishwar Jnana. And that is what is being worshipped, not that person. So, in the next slok, concluding the dialogue on his glories, Bhagavan says,
Yacchapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna na tadasti vina yat syat maya bhutam characharam.
Arjun, Yat Bijam, Sarvabhutanam. And Arjun, this is the seed, the bij, which is the cause of the creation of all beings. Tat api aham, that too is me only. Because such tat charachar bhutam astina, that char and achar bhut is not yat syat maya vina. He says that can exist. There is no char or achar bhut that can exist without me. I am the bij of all creatures. So Bhagavan tells Arjun that only I am the seed for the cause of creation of all beings. Pranibhut. Because there is no char moving or achar unable to move bhut which can exist without me or devoid of me. Okay? There is no place where Ishwar is not there. Right? So there is no way anybody can exist without Ishwar. Thus it is the Ishwar which is the cause of the creation, and there is nothing which can exist without his wish and his Shakti. Once he pulls his Shakti, everything gone, finished. Therefore, Ishwar is everywhere and in every being and everything by his Sarvatmak Bhav and his Sarv Kartatva Bhav. What is this Sarvatmak Bhav and Sarv Kartatva Bhav? It's a big word. How can we understand in today's technological language? It's like the operating system. of a computer. Without that, the computer will not function. Nothing will happen. So these bhav, the sarvatmak bhav and the kartatva bhav, kartatva means everything that is going on, doing everything in sansar. And sarvatmak, because being able to be alive, be atma there. These are the operating systems of this sansar. And they are produced and run by Ishwar. Once these are taken away, nothing will exist. Everything will disappear, vaporize. Now next.
नान्तोऽस्ति मम दिव्यानां विभूतीनां परन्तप एष तुद्देशतः प्रोक्तो विभूतेर्विस्तरो मया
एष तुद्देशत प्रोक्तो विभूतिर विस्तरो मया. Bhagavan saying, Parantap na anto asti mam divyanam vibhutinam. O Parantap, Arjun, the scorcher of the foes. Parantap means scorcher of the enemy. There is no end to my divine glories, Bhagavan says. Maya prokta ev vistara vibhutitu. This is the brief statement of me, of the particular of my vibhuti, the divine glories. I have stated for you in brief, in short, as some selected examples of my vibhutis, which are anant. Vibhutis are anant, but Bhagavan says, I have selected a few and I told you those. Next.
यद्यद् विभूतिमत्सत्त्वं श्रीमदूर्जितमेव वा तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वं मम तेजोंशसम्भवम्.
Ev yat yat sattvam. Also, whatever vastu or being is vibhuti mad, endued with vibhutivat, or greatness, whatever is endued with greatness. Shrimad va urjitam. He says endowed and also endowed with splendor. Splendor is shobha and shakti. Tat tat tvam avagach. All those you know as tvam mam tejo ashamsavam. He says product of my splendor and shakti. So whatever you see, every such being as is glorious, brilliant and powerful, know that to be part manifestation of my glory. Whatever is glorious in the world, powerful in the world, know that is my glory is there. Next.
अथवा बहुनैतेन किं ज्ञातेन तवार्जुन विष्टभ्याहमिदं कृत्स्नम् एकांशेन स्थितो जगत्.
Bhagavan says, Arjun, what avails thee to know more of all this diversity? My vibhutis are anant. I am situated supporting this entire Jagat by only a part of my Yog Shakti, a fraction of Yog Shakti. So Bhagavan says, a real tiny fraction of Ishwar's Yog Shakti is what is supporting this entire Jagat. all the creation, all the Brahmand, everything is supported by only a little tiny fraction of his Shakti, Yog Shakti. Now that is the end of the chapter 10. Et tasati Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Supnisashu Brahma Vidyayam Yog Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Samvado Vibhuti Nam Saraswadhyaya. Now, I want to conclude on what Bhagavan has said on all this chapter. In this chapter, Bhagavan has described his selected glories. He has said in no uncertain terms that everything exists because of him through a small part of his splendor and Shakti. Those of us who are engulfed in the asat, what is asat? Asat is sansar, will be unable to get this message of Bhagavan. Sansar is like a sinking ship. Those who have become deluded by the pomp and show of the sansar will go down with the ship. The knowledge to bail out of this sinking ship is the Ishwar Gyan. Here we are given this Gyan in Bhagavad Gita. But we have limited intellect or buddhi. Buddhi is not sold in any store or online. It is earned only by your karma. It is my hope that this exercise will help all those who will pay attention and listen to the message of Bhagavan. It takes a lifetime of devotion to Bhagavan to get and understand Ishwar Gyan. In Hindu Dharma, Ram and Krishna both are called the avatar of Vishnu. It is true that Ram was avatar of Vishnu. His avatar was called Maryada Purushottam, which means limits which the ideal human being should respect and follow. On the other hand, Bhagavan Sri Krishna was the avatar of Ishwar. Words Bhagavan and Paramatma are used for Ishwar Tattva. Thus, in Bhagavad Gita, whenever Bhagavan Sri Krishna started to speak, the word used are Shri Bhagavanu Vach. Furthermore, in Shlok 31 of this chapter, Bhagavan said that those who bear arms of those warriors, my Shakti is in Ram. Further, in Shlok 37, Bhagavan goes on to say, of the Vrishnis, I am Vasudev. Here, unlike Ram, the Vasudev, there is avatar of Ishwar Tattva, who imparted Gyan, Ishwar Gyan to Arjun. Ram did not. This can be done only by Ishwar. So in summary, although Devatas can be worshipped, it's not wrong, they can be worshipped, simply because in them there is a Shakti of Parameshwar. So when you worship any Devata, you worship the Shakti of Paramatma in them, because they have none of their Shakti is given by Ishwar. That too is limited, their Shakti is limited to what they are allowed to do. Moksha is possible only through Ishwar Gyan. In today's world, Buddha, Mahavir, Moses, Christ and Muhammad etc. reflect a tiny fraction of Ishwar Shakti, which were given to each of them to do specific work for a specific period of time. They all are Ishwar Vibhuti and not Ishwar or God. Sri Krishna Arpan.